how to meet new people, how to clean dirty shoes, how to avoid bad smell, how to fly in a more convenient way. And what the hell is the future of AI?
How to save money, how to live forever, how to talk offline, how to protect yourself at night, and how to help your neighbor.
These are questions that we answered in a very extensive way in our individual Could Be Genius podcast.
We'll summarize these ideas. Check it out coming up. Let us know what you think.
Hang loose, guys. Welcome to Could Be Genius, where half-baked ideas get to shine.
We're not here to make it perfect, just to see how far it goes. Then it's your problem. I think everyone feels this way. I mean, right now, there's a lot of negativity in the world. You open the news, you listen to the news, everything sucks, everything is negative. People want to help and they can't. It's too big. The problems are too big. You had an idea to bring it a little bit closer to home, right?
So that's the idea of episode 10 of Could Be Genius. How can you help people in an organic way? And I'm not talking about giving money to someone you see or helping them out financially.
GoFundMe exists already.
It is really about an authentic way to help people. You don't really need a lot of money with it. It's just the matter of good karma. You do something good for someone else does something good for you. This is one part. And on top of that, it is actually linked to your neighborhood, your community, and you finally create this community feeling. You get to know your neighbors, you do something good for your neighbors, they are grateful that you did it, they do something back for you, and you just grow more together. And you how do you say, like, you embrace you bind with your society, with your neighbor.
Yeah, so why make a difference in the world when you can make a difference next door,
Yeah.
right? Start locally, at the source, make a difference
Exactly.
there. Don't look at the big picture.
Yeah.
Air travel, flying in a plane. We all have our we hate flying because of A, B, and C. Everyone has their story. We went into a topic about seats, right, on the plane, how to make it a little bit more
Yeah.
convenient.
How to make your plane travels more convenient, because as you mentioned, I also don't like flying, and the thing that I hate the most about flying is the fact that I cannot really stand up, I cannot really stretch my legs. It gives me a bit of anxiety, and every time the plane lands, I'm like, Jesus, finally we landed,
feel
and finally
trapped.
I can, yeah, you feel trapped. So the idea we talk about in episode 9 really talks about a new way of flying. Like, how can you have a bit more mobility without, needing much more space, because obviously space is limited in the plane. So how can we, work around this, and how can we make it more efficient, more nice for both the people who are flying, but there's also a win in it for the airlines.
Yeah, so if you ever feel trapped, if you don't like flying, if you don't like the whole getting up, letting people pass, check it out. We talk about a seat idea that could work in real life.
Will work in real life.
I think
It's
that's
a
the
matter
future of air
time.
travel. This new
Future of
seat.
air
Yeah.
travel, episode 9.
Check it
of
out.
Genius. Lately, I asked ChatGPT what the future is of AI.
Right.
You know what it told me?
No, I have no idea.
It said, "The future is me, bitch."
For real?
It's ChatGPT.
Wow, you're a ChatGPT.
But I don't know if
attitude.
that's true. And that's what we discussed in episode 8, right?
Yeah, we went into a little bit more in detail on how can AI develop in the future. And right now, it's always about AI will take over the humans. AI, we're at risk. Humanity is at risk. So something needs to change. And we went into this topic a little bit more, how AI will serve us versus the other way around. And yeah, it was an interesting conversation. And we went into in detail. And check it out, guys.
Episode 8.
Episode
Could be
8
genius.
could be genius. If you got dirty shoes, I think this one will be interesting. There was an idea we called a shoe cleaner machine, something like that.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Yeah, so that's episode 7 of Could Be Genius, where we basically talk about a way to clean your shoes. Of course, you can clean your shoes by hand.
Yeah,
Some people throw them in the washing machine.
Yeah,
But
but
if
you
you
can't throw all.
yeah, if you bought some new sneakers, I don't want to throw them in the washing machine. So how can you clean your shoes in a more automatic way without damaging them, but also without putting too much effort into it yourself? And how can you in that case keep your house clean? Because now in winter you walk home, it's dirty, you make your whole entrance dirty. How can you avoid this?
Right.
And there we talk about a shoe cleaning device.
And if you ever step into poop, I think you will relate. Check it out. I think you like.
I'm
this
sure
one.
everyone once in their life
I've
stepped into
stepped
poop
in many times.
barefoot.
Yeah. Episode what? 6. Episode 6. There was an idea how to protect yourself,
Yeah.
right? Can you explain?
It's not like this.
Ooh, not with a key.
You know how sometimes you're walking,
Not with violence.
put a key,
Protecting yourself
not with
non-violently.
violence, not with violence, not with pepper spray.
How?
How can you protect yourself? We talk about an idea that you can use when you're walking home late at night. It's you're in a sketchy neighborhood, you're unsure about yourself. You know, sometimes you try to act like you're chill, but actually like, oh my god.
Inside you're running.
Yeah, inside you're running.
Yeah.
So how can you be more assured when you're on your own and when you're walking home? Like we talk about an idea, a new kind of wearable thing that you can take with you that would protect you and give you the security.
Right. Nowadays, I think it sucks, but everyone wants to feel a sense of security. And if there's something to help them feel more confident walking alone at night, even
Exactly.
for younger people,
How
girls,
can you
whatever.
respond immediately to a threat or when you would be robbed or whatever? How can you respond in an immediate, actually non-violent way? That is episode 6. In episode 5, we talk about lamps. How is this relevant? What's the idea linked to lamps?
Well, the whole thing for me is how do we get away from our phones, right? We're becoming more dependent on our phones to communicate. And I was thinking, how can we communicate without a phone? The lamp idea was, your friend network, communicate in a fun way, engaging way. The light goes on, let's hang out, let's meet somewhere. Let's go for a run. Let's go see a movie without using any of these channels, WhatsApp, etc. Fun way to do it with your friends, communicating in a little circle of friends with pressing one or two buttons. That's it, nothing else. Keep it simple. Let's not complicate life. Life is already too complicated, in my opinion.
A more organic way to meet friends.
Yeah, the future is very simple. I think the future will be as simple as possible.
The future is not digital.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think this future will be simple. Now there's this web of crazy stuff everywhere. How can you make it more narrow?
Less is more.
Compact. Make your life compact. The lamp will solve that. Check it out. It's a fun conversation we had on episode
5.
5.
Episode 5 of
Check it out,
Peasy.
guys.
How to live forever.
Episode
4.
Yeah, How to Live Forever. The whole idea was triggered by my love for Oasis and Alphaville, who sing songs about it. But then I was thinking, how can we preserve our memories? How can we leave our legacy behind for our children, for our loved ones? Certain messages that we want to capture, whether it's photos, videos, text, poetry, voice recording, capture it all and then throw it out there for the future and have people able to see it. And I think everyone has a story. Everyone should have their message being able to told from their own mouth, coming from them, not from someone else. So this will do that. And
Do you want to live forever?
no, I don't. I want to live long time, but not forever.
If you want to live forever, then you should watch episode 4.
I want this podcast to live forever. So
And that only works if someone listens to it.
Check it out, guys.
Check it out.
Okay, episode 3, Could Be Genius, was about digital receipts, right? Saving money.
Yeah. That was actually one of our best performing episodes. And I think it's because it's about saving money.
Everyone
which
wants to
is-
save money.
Everyone
right?
wants to save money.
Yeah.
But basically, what the idea is about, the thing is, nowadays, when you go to the grocery store, you go to any store, anything you buy, they ask if you want a receipt. In a lot of cases, they don't even ask it, they just print it and they give it to you. But then you have to ask yourself the question, how often do you throw away a receipt? How often do you really need it? And
Yeah.
if you really need it, can you find
The
it?
other day I got a receipt. I'm not joking. It was this long, and I
Yeah.
bought 2 things.
Yeah. So then you throw it away. It just doesn't make sense. So that's basically what the idea talks about. How can we make this more modern? How can we streamline this approach? How can we avoid printing unnecessary receipts? And how can it even help you save money in it?
Right. So this was episode 2. We talked about it.
Three.
Right.
That's episode 3.
Episode 3. We talked about it in detail, and check it out.
Check it out if you want to save money.
And if you want to get rid of all the paper receipts that are everywhere around your house and in your wallet.
So episode 2 of Could Be Genius, we're talking about a way how you can stop stinking like crazy, right?
Right. It was all about people smell, you smell,
You smell.
I smell, and we don't always have deodorant with us. We don't always have perfume with us. So in those situations, when you're on the go, you're traveling, a discreet way to freshen up.
Yeah.
Something that makes you smell good. You can use it in certain smelly situations. Maybe even if you're sitting on the toilet.
You ever had a moment where you thought, I need this solution?
I think I need it right now.
I think so too.
Check it out, guys. We talked
Episode
about
2
it.
of Could Be Genius.
Episode 2. Check it out. Episode 1, we talked about the social bench, right? What was the main idea there?
The main idea was, how do you get to know new people again in an authentic way without having to use Bumble BFF or without having to use any online groups? Like actually meet people again the way it was in the past, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You would just approach someone and talk to them.
Before all
Now,
the dating apps.
Before all the dating apps. It's not necessarily linked to dating. It could
Yeah.
also be just finding friends. But I feel like people are just getting more and more scared to approach someone new.
People connecting, how to connect, and making it fun,
Yeah,
more organic.
exactly. That
Okay,
is
cool.
what the social bench episode
All right,
is
check it
about.
out.